Justified City Primeval is about to be released on FX, and I'm more than excited about it. In an era when Yellowstone's future is ambiguous, there are a bunch of Yellowstone knockoffs that are failing in capturing the spirit of a true Western and an ongoing writer's strike. It's great to see that a true Western classic is getting a highly promising spin-off show. In a previous video, I talked about what to know about the original Justified show before watching Justified City Primeval. Now it's time to get deep dive into the new sequel and set our expectations straight. Justified City Primeval is taking place a decade after the events of Justified have wrapped up. The original Justified series had a perfect ending, wrapping up all the loose ends of the show with little to no questions left. So when I first heard about the new sequel, I was a bit tentative about it, as I was afraid that it can ruin the good memories we had about the original show. After all, it's a rare occasion to see a beloved series getting a perfect ending. In fact, I feel like we are used to seeing great shows getting botched endings that ruin the entire experience of the series. Thus, I value Justified as if it's a rare treasure that did not disappoint me. And the last thing that I would like to see is to have a sequel that will ruin everything 8 years after the original series ends. Nevertheless, I believe Justified is one of those lucky shows in which the producers and actors are caring about the series as much as the fans, if not more. We can see this not only throughout Justified, but also in all the interviews of the cast members throughout the years. And this is exactly why I feel like if they decided to have a spin-off show, they must be trusting something. I believe they truly thought that the story at their hand was worth adapting onto TV, and they did their best in writing the script. Also, there is no question in Timothy Olyphant's passion for his character Raylan, as he seems over the moon about reprising the part.
Do you enjoy kind of your role as producer and participating in the overall story?
I think it's become the most fun I've ever. It's more fun than. I mean, I don't even think of myself as an actor on the show.
We have to also mention the fact that this idea originally came from Quentin Tarantino, as he initially wanted to adapt Elmore Leonard's book titled City Primeval. However, at one point he gave up on the idea and pitched it to Olyphant, who loved it and started to work on it immediately. Now, I didn't read the book, but based on Tarantino's movies so far, I feel like if he found this story worth telling, then I have no place in questioning it. So I believe the new sequel will contribute a lot to the legacy of Justified instead of being yet another pitiful attempt of Hollywood to revive every single successful project of the past just to earn a bit more money out of it. What is this show going to be about then? Well, it will basically tell the story of Raylan, who is still a U.S. Marshal, attempting to take a road trip with his daughter. But somehow he ends up in Detroit, a city he has no familiarity with. There he is faced with multiple challenges, the most important of which is a villain named Clement Mansell, a criminal with no fear of killing. The twist is the fact that Clement is also the guy whom Raylan's daughter is hooking up with, and you can guess how the story will evolve from that point on. The cast of the show will have Boyd Holbrook, Vondi Curtis Hall, Norbert Leo Butz, Victor Williams, Anjani Ellis, Adelaide Clemens, Marin Ireland, and Vivian Oliphant, apart from Timothy Olyphant. Vivian is the real-life daughter of Oliphant, who is playing his on-screen daughter as well. This may explain one of the reasons why Oliphant is so excited about this show, as it has a personal angle to it. Apart from its plot and striking cast, I feel like we also touch upon the dynamic shooting process of the show that often made headlines. The show got filmed in the bad neighborhoods of Chicago, as Oliphant says, which had some inevitable consequences. Things got to the point that the film set got in the midst of a real-life shooting, which scared the cast and the crew a lot.
So we're shooting at night in Chicago at this park, very, very bad neighborhood. It was like 1, 2 in the morning or something, and we're about to do a scene where I'm going to get in this car. We've got the road closed, and we're about to get in this car, and we hear gunshots. And we'd shot in some pretty tough neighborhoods, so we'd heard gunshots prior to this, but this was I don't know, it felt like 8 or 9 shots went off. Bop,
right.
bop, 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 bop,
Right.
You know? And we're like, that's across the park. And then I was standing next to the director, and he's like, that's gunshots, you know? And then we hear again, bop, 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 and you know, the first AD's walking over, and he's like, everybody, those are gunshots on the other side of the park, but everybody needs to get down. Mm-hmm. It was the scariest goddamn thing. It went on forever. So then we started hearing cars. There's a car like that, and they're driving. You can hear them driving, and pop, 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 pop. And you realize they're coming around the park.
Headed towards you.
Heading right towards us. And and if the gunshots and stuff didn't already kind of give you a tip on what kind of people we're dealing with, they completely ignored the road closed sign, you know, where it says filming, don't come this way. And so they're coming straight down the street that we're on.
Right.
And they're just, you know, machine gun fire. And
but perhaps also added a realistic edge to the already dark and edgy show. The series is expected to be released on July 18, 2023, and is scheduled to be a single-season miniseries. I think this is a plus, as we all love a compact, short but satisfying story. It will also be amazing to see Raylan still dispensing justice a decade later the original show. Are you also excited about Justified City Primeval? Would you be interested in me covering the entire series from the very beginning to end? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.